Oh my gosh.
Shippo's peeners. Just like Goku in Dragon Ball, it's a little Tic Tac wiener, and you're like, no, it's my dad! One of which was craft.
We should ask ChatGPT.
Seeking. No, wait. I forgot of our episode.
We're a mess.
That's gonna be it. Can you say right now?
Right now.
This is Mackenzie.
And this is Kaitlen.
And we are Kikyo's Unforgiving Anime Podcast.
Welcome. That was good.
That was really good.
You do the ooh, and I'll do the meow. Ready?
Yeah. Ooh.
Meow.
Okay, so I called you and I said, what are you going to wear tonight for the podcast? Do you have any Inuyasha stuff? And you said, no, I was thinking about it all day. I don't have any Inuyasha stuff. If you find anything, buy me something. So, I'm thinking in our local mall, there's a Spencer's. I'm going to go into Spencer's. In 2014, they had, half the wall was Inuyasha. Half the store, there was backpacks. There was undies. And there was lingerie. That was Inuyasha and Spencer's.
Oh.
They didn't let me back there. There's nothing. Nothing. No Funko Pops. No lanyards. There's Demon Slayer. Kimetsu no Yaiba. I'm like, there's nothing in this store Inuyasha. I go to someone. Do you have anything Inuyasha? They're like, we haven't had Inuyasha in years. And I'm like, okay, it's okay. I knew Spencer was going to have them, so then I'm starting to
Anxiety attack.
Gary and I are walking through the store, and we find this at Spencer's. Because there's no shirts. And I'm like, if Spencer's doesn't have shirts, I need something.
A cup? Two cups?
It was really
Not
nice.
Kagome.
So they were on the top shelf, and I had to get the worker again after she told me there was no Inuyasha stuff. Yeah.
So cute. Yay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. So then
But I'm right
like,
here.
we have to go one more place. So we go to Hot Topic because it was before box lunch. I'm looking everywhere. And they only have band t-shirts. And then I see this wall. They had all the animes. They didn't have Inuyasha. There was one that said Inuyasha. One.
All right.
For $36.
All right. Merch is merch.
I know.
Sassy boy.
I don't think it'll fit me. So if you want this one.
They didn't have any other, two of the same ones.
I think it could fit me, but you don't have any Inuyasha gear, so if you want it.
And I can't wait to tell you how much
Okay.
I love Shishomaru.
So look at this. Here's me and Gary.
Oh my god.
In Spencer's with the Inuyasha cups. We'll drop the photo now of my boyfriend and I buying the
insert
Inuyasha
photo, Caitlin.
Then, after I get this at Hot Topic,
Okay.
I go into Box Lunch, the anime store.
It is very whimsical.
They had a Princess Mononoke shirt, the same wash, but it was the little spirits on it.
Stop.
With all their heads, and then the mask in the background. $54.
Ooh. I see no dollar signs.
Okay, here.
I'm going to put on this.
Just put it on the back of your chair for now.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
I will do it for you. The back! Oh, wait, no. The back is blank. I thought this was...
If no one loves Shishomaru in the world anymore, I'm dead.
It's Sashoma Daddy.
Whoa.
Sashoma Daddy.
Okay.
So, when we're kind of jumping around here, but when I went into Box Lunch,
Yeah,
the
tell
lady
me.
said, try Hot Topic,
All right.
try Spencer's,
Been there, done that.
or try the custom t-shirt store in the mall. So we walked around a second time through the whole mall, and I find the store. I walk inside, and I'm walking around. The walls are filled with t-shirts. Hundreds. So I'm looking. I'm like, I'm going to find it. There's no Inuyasha on the walls. And he says, what do you want? And I said, Inuyasha. And then he said, come over. Can you come and look at my computer? And I said, sure. So I go and I look at his computer on the side of the desk. He's literally pulling up any photos I want. Any. And I said, wait. Can you type in Sashomaru? He typed it in for me.
Stop. There's more?
He said, pick.
There's more.
He said, pick the picture you want on your shirt. What sizes? I said, I think I'm going to get 2. And he said, yep.
I'm sweating.
Okay.
I need to see.
So, I pick the image. Don't look away.
Okay.
I'll get it all flattened out for you.
Okay.
Literally handpicked. Are you ready?
I'm so nervous.
Okay, look.
Oh my god.
And it's protected because he gave me a deal because I told him about our podcast. And both of our shirts were an extra $5 he did for both. And it's normally $5 a shirt. We can go back.
Do we get matching?
He'll fix them. Yes, we got matching.
We got Oh
so
my
check
god.
the size. Make sure that's the size you wanted. Yeah, that's yours.
Thank you so much.
Yes!
Oh,
And here's my...
Make them kiss.
We match! Isn't it cool that he's scary as fuck in this one?
Wow.
Also, huge shout out, Custom World, custom t-shirts in the Fox River Mall.
Thank you so much.
I will post a video because I showed the whole store. Okay, so then, wait, let me keep telling the story. So then I said, I cannot begin to tell you what I went through today. Apart from the fact that I didn't tell you while we were drinking our smoothies in the food court, I called 5 comic, manga, and minigame stores, none of which have Inuyasha gear, apparel, or t-shirts. I did.
You straight up call people,
What?
do you have Shishomaru?
Do you think it is like my...
gear?
Not Shishomaru, Inuyasha.
Custom World. Thank you.
About Inuyasha. The manga was first released in 1996, and then the anime was released in 2002. And that's when it aired in America. It played a crucial role in bringing it to Western culture. So Inuyasha was the first anime that aired on Adult Swim. Do you remember how it would be up? Like, did you ever watch Adult Swim?
No, not really. I got scared.
Some of the
when
shows
I see
were
the
scary.
Robot chickens, I was like, now it's time to go to bed.
Here's the deal. Inuyasha aired at 3 or 4 a.m. in the U.S. every night between the years of 2002 and 2015.
Okay.
3 or 4 a.m. So I'm a child, and I have to get through Robot Chicken, not letting my parents see what's fuck you, like the craziest things on the show, so that I could wait it out for Inuyasha. Like it started way back, I think in 2006 with my cousins.
Okay, so it came out around the time we were born. We're both 90. Are you a 97 baby or are you 98?
Yep, 97.
I'm 97 too. So
Yep.
you're a little bit older than me. You're September and I'm December of 97.
Yes.
I was on like the border of 98.
I was 7 years old when I started watching it.
And it was the manga that came out in 1996.
Correct.
The anime came out in 2002.
Yes,
and
but
it
because
aired...
of the awards that Rumiko Takashi, she's the author, because of the awards that she got, that's the reason why she had such like a rush and such an audience right away. And most shonen mangas or shonen animes, they are kind of geared towards like the boys. But this is the only shonen anime that has the amount of viewers as a shonen style anime that had girl viewers, like an insane amount of female watchers. Real quick before I dive into like my history with Inuyasha and who recommended this, Rumiko Takashi, she is the author. Her story really started in 1981, and I can't pronounce this. Try to type it in once. Urasue Yatsura. It was her first anime.
Oh, okay.
How do you say that?
We're learning our mic manners.
Urusei Yatsura?
Urusei Yatsura.
Okay, so that was her
guess.
first anime. I don't know much about it, but in the Rumiko Takashi, we're kind of going to go in depth of her level of progression through her mangas and anime series. And then the second one was Ranma 1/2 in 1989. And this was I've told you a lot about Ranma.
Yeah.
I just was watching it earlier this
year,
actually.
So Ranma is a Rumiko Takashi anime?
Do you want to know who my favorite anime creator is in this entire
Rumiko
world?
Takashi?
Rumiko Takashi-san.
Okay. I gotta quit it with the okays already.
I literally love her. She's so great.
I'm so stoked to learn about her because I know zero.
Once you start to learn what Rumiko Takashi's art style is like, her landscapes and her eyes just, I'll put Ranma on and you'd literally be like, wait a minute, this looks just like the Kikyo that she drew in her manga of Inuyasha.
So it's like her style that makes her unique.
Mm-hmm.
And consistent over her animes.
100%. So she's had a history, and we'll go more in depth because at some point, again, these are animes we're talking about. We're going to have to watch them. Ranma one half.
And I didn't know that Inuyasha had 6 seasons. When we started, I thought it had 4 seasons. And I was like, all right, we can do Inuyasha because I want to do Attack on Titan. I can't wait to get to Attack on Titan. As soon as we're done with Inuyasha, I'm going to be like, are you watching? Are you watching? But I was looking on Netflix and I went into the seasons and I was like, 6! So we have some work to do.
4 movies.
How long?
4. But they're so good. The affections across time, so good. Wait, is that
so
what it is?
scared.
I don't remember if that's the name. Don't quote me on it.
Anyway.
Attack me in the comments.
What are you talking about?
I don't think I pronounced the movie title correctly. Affections Across Time. Is that right? The Inuyasha movie. You know what I'm talking about. You literally drop it in the comments.
How long? Like, I should ask this. I should know. But how long did it take me just now to watch the first season? 27 episodes. A week and a half? So from the date we posted our last video, that was the date I started watching Inuyasha Season 1.
Right on the top. Unforgiving Kikyo Anime Podcast.
Click it. Watch
that should be in your search
Enjoy
bar.
it. Subscribe.
8 days ago.
8 days ago?
It took you 8 days to watch 27 episodes. 8 subscribers. Shout out to you.
8 subscribers.
Oh my god.
One of them's me.
Me too. 6
you
of
gotta,
you are real.
You gotta like your own shit. 8
Yeah.
days for me to watch 27 episodes.
Yes, ma'am.
So, who recommended that we watch this anime?
I recommended watching Inuyasha. 100%.
You did.
Yep. And I know
It
you.
wasn't a
what was your history?
recommendation. It was a mandatory excursion. But you want to know what?
It was.
I'm not mad at it.
We had.
I've
to.
actually been so excited to tell you this. We haven't spoken about Inuyasha at all.
At all.
Have enjoyed
You have
the first season
good,
of Inuyasha.
Good,
but yeah, you got it. You were
so
like, we need to do Inuyasha.
You said you watched 6 episodes.
You named the podcast.
Literally. Kikyo's Unforgiving.
We can't say that, though.
Podcast.
That we named. Can we say that we named it after?
Yes. No, we can.
But isn't that a branding problem?
No. Because Kikyo is a name.
All right.
If I named it Feyre, it'd be fine. That's a name.
True.
If I named it Caitlin and then someone was like, I have a business. I wrote a movie that's named Caitlin.
You're right.
You would be like, fuck you, that's my name.
We can be Kikyo because we're not only ever going to talk about this podcast. It's just our first one. It's at the top of our minds.
It's a themed
It is going to be for
podcast,
6 seasons.
and its name is Kikyo because
Kikyo
is one of our favorite Japanese names. 1,000 or
I like that it starts with a K.
I guess what's your favorite Japanese name?
Keitoran.
Really?
That's me.
Oh!
Caitlin.
How do you say it?
I was just trying to say in Japanese like Keitoran.
Keitora.
No, not like that. It's just Caitlin.
Keitoran.
Caitlin. Caitlin.
Okay.
Caitlin.
So
I
what
probably
was your history with Inuyasha? You tell me about your history real quick. Because it's short, right? Like, your history with Inuyasha is so brief. Because do you even have much of it? You watched 6 episodes, at one point.
This is how I found out about Inuyasha. We lived together.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Actually,
in 2016.
in an apartment near here. Literally, I could throw
She's, trying to protect us. Near here.
I could throw a stone and hit it right now. But we moved... We moved in together before I went to college. I lived with Mackenzie for the summer, and she had an Inuyasha manga, and I remember I ended up one day and thinking,
everyone borrowed that fucking book, and
that
no
looks
one
like
fucking returned it.
That looks like a nice book, and so I borrowed it.
Literally.
But not with permission, so that was kind of me. That was the one thing I've ever taken.
I feel like you texted me a month later, and you're like, oh yeah. I borrowed your Inuyasha book, and I was like, oh, that's fine.
When I saw it, I was like, I don't know, a spell came over me because literally I don't think I've ever taken like anything of yours ever without permission, but that book, I remember I just saw it and I was like, that looks fucking cool. So I grabbed it, but I always intended on giving it back. That was the thing.
I remember it was sitting on the ground in my room and like the front cover was ruined. Yep. Not good. Not good.
I just I had it for a long time after that.
Did you read it?
No.
Oh.
And I remember it was sitting on the bookshelf, and every time I looked at it, I would feel guilty. I would look at it and I'd think, "Oh my god, I took this book and I'm not even reading it." And then eventually, I think it was like a year or 2 years later, I gave it back.
Yes, I feel like it was 2 years.
And then I never read it.
Do you know how many times I read that book? I probably read that. It's volume 1.
Do you have it
Inuyasha,
still?
yeah. It's in a safe place.
Okay. You can't tell me where it is. I can't be trusted.
I read that book like 100 times because let me tell you why. Let me tell you my history.
I'm laughing too hard.
So I had one sibling at the time. I'd go to my cousin's house.
How old were you?
8. I feel like I was 8 because this was around like 2004, 2005, 2006 area. So I'd been about 8 years old, one sibling, and 4 cousins. So we would go to my cousin's house. Our favorite thing to do was to huddle around a 10 by 10 box TV. Do you remember those that were like a foot and a half thick? We had the GameCube plugged in, and we would play Zelda. All of us would take turns. The boys, though, were younger, and they were not good, so we'd never let them play. It was me and my cousin that we would play, my oldest cousin. So there was a long time there where it was just this box TV, and after like our days of swimming, we would play Zelda. And we would all stay up until 4 a.m. It didn't matter who fell asleep while we were taking turns playing Sims. We would wake up my cousins to watch Inuyasha at 4 a.m. We would all stay up. So if you fell asleep on the couch from us all gaming, we would shake you and be like, it's coming on, and everyone would come to and be like getting drinks and snacks. Dude, it was the coolest thing. Huh. We did this for like a year. An entire year. I would beg to go over there because guess what? I go home after watching the first few episodes of Inuyasha, and I stay up until 3 a.m. Guess what? My parents come downstairs. Robot Chicken is playing, and I'm like, I swear. In 15 minutes, Inuyasha's gonna be on. Please. It's not like this. It's not bad. And they're like, go to bed. And I'm like, no, Inuyasha. I let them. They let me stay up, and they watch the first 5 minutes. And he's saying, damn, go to hell. And they're like, you go to bed right now, Mackenzie. It was around 2007 or 8 that I had a computer. My parents bought our first computer, a big box PC with like a small monitor, but it was perfect. I was able to watch Inuyasha on that computer. And I watched it every single day for like 3 years.
This is sweet.
Yes.
This is some history. I didn't know it ran this deep.
Dude, it goes way back. So it gets even worse than that. I love this
worse
show.
Or better?
I don't know. You decide.
Wetter.
I had a journal.
Worse.
A journal. I kept it. It was like my secret diary. I kept it underneath my mattress. And I wrote an Inuyasha fanfic where my name was Kensko. And in the series, the same thing. I came out of the well, and Inuyasha, Sesshomaru, and Koga would fight over me, and I killed Kikyo and Kagome because I was the best princess.
Do you have it still?
I think that I do have it. Okay, let's talk about the influence on the anime production. So, Inuyasha, of course, before 1996, there was a slew of different animes. But, like, Inuyasha, do you see, like, how the landscapes and the way that it was produced with the sounds and the effects, it's different from Evangelion. Like,
yes.
Like, okay, you know how we brought up a lot in our Evangelion video? The mouths, like, they won't show the mouth, or it'll only be moving so that they don't have to pay for, like, the animation. Did you notice how this was a lot different?
You could see the struggle in Evangelion.
You could.
And in Inuyasha, it's very consistently animated.
And it's almost fast moving. Like, you're going from one scene that was an attack scene to another scene where they're traveling across the roads and they run into this person. For me, it was fast-paced.
It's very visually appealing.
It is.
And the character design is really nice.
Did you like the colors? Did it seem like a more alive
I love the Inuyasha red.
Yes. The red was fantastic.
They do well. I like the style a lot.
The big thing they were known for was the attention to detail in the character designs. Like literally Sesshomaru having this big wolf scarf and then having all these intricate designs. Of course, you'll still see that from animes from the 2000s back more, but it was very intense. Like,
do you know what I really liked was, I think his name's Miroku, his staff.
And it jingles. They went to the Rumiko Takashi and the production team went into the extremes of every time Miroku moves or talks, he moves his staff. It's a part of him. I think his staff is really beautiful, and he's got like the beads around his arm. I just really love his character design. Is so simple, but at the same time has like the little like salpe like sprinkle. See, I like. Well, I'll talk more about Miroku later, but I really do like him. But he's actually probably like low on the tier. Not even kidding. Pretty low.
I just love the fit. I was actually looking at Miroku cosplay, and there's not much out there.
Oh,
there's like the purple cape, but not a lot of the staffs.
Very interesting. The soundtrack. Did any of that fall into your head?
The soundtrack.
I want to change the world.
Never once did I find myself going, oh, like this song again.
Yep.
So it must be a pretty large soundtrack.
It is.
And they're all pretty unique songs. And my favorite one was the demon one.
Yeah.
Like in the first episode where Kagome gets taken into the well and by the centipede lady, it's playing then. It's like well, it's very eerie.
It is. The Inuyasha kind of blended genres. Of course, this is the beginning. Like, Inuyasha really did change everything for animes, especially because now these people, the producers, the people that are making animes are like, whoa, Rumiko Takashi and her team just put this show in America. They're streaming this 7 nights a week at 3 a.m. for 1 hour in America. We're making money there. So then all these producers are like, how can we make money in Western anime? And they did that because of Inuyasha and Rumiko Takashi.
Wow.
You could very well say that Inuyasha with Rumiko, they paved a path for modern day anime to be able to lay out this type of, like, everyone's blending genre. I mean, they just did everything.
Thank you, Rumiko.
Yes, Rumiko did a fantastic job.
Love you for that.
So it's a blend of action, romance, and fantasy. Do you like the romance aspect?
I think I can see where it's going, but that was something that was like, I just needed to pick your brain because Kagome is 15.
Totally.
And Inuyasha, as far as I know, he was stuck to the tree for 50 years.
And he was 17-ish, if not a little older.
So what is he, like, nearly 70 with a 15-year-old? And I know they end up together because I haven't seen major spoilers. I've been really trying to not look deep into it. But I know they're, like, shipped.
Inuyasha is like 76, 77, or 67, whatever age he is when he wakes up from the sacred tree. But is it different because he was like asleep for 50 years? Like, he woke up as a 17-year-old.
Oh.
Like, truly he woke up as a 17-year-old.
And when his hair turns black, he looks like a young man.
And he is. He's a half demon.
So he stays young for a long time?
100%, but also he was bound to a tree by a sacred arrow.
That just froze
It created
him.
a seal. It froze him in time.
Okay, good point.
So
I didn't even think
their
about
relationship really isn't even icky, other than the fact that, like, yes, she's 15, he's 17, they're kids, but, like, you had a romance when you're 15.
He does talk like a kid, too.
Hugging and kissing, like, that's very normal for 15-year-olds.
He's very much... That actually puts a lot of things into perspective because the way Inuyasha talks is very...
like, high school boy.
And I can't now come up with words to describe the way that his banter is, but it is so funny. and
I
like
know.
silly and stuff. And now that I think about it, that is not how a wise old man would be talking. That's like a young kid, and they are working hard to portray that.
A character that shows the difference.
He's like,
in
oh
A Wise Old
man, shut up.
A character that shows you the difference is Sesshomaru. He's his older brother, and he immediately inserts dominance over his brother, and you can hear that in his voice. I despise thee, Inuyasha. Old man.
Die.
Literally. So the romance doesn't necessarily make me feel uncomfy. It is odd to watch because I'm not a 15-year-old anymore. It's not as exciting as it once was, but I understand why it's
cheeky.
there.
It's such a cheeky anime. I love
and like
the humor.
The romance and the love triangle in the series, it is a good story.
I feel bad for Kikyo. I understand now why she's unforgiving.
I'm like still undecided.
I haven't
I'm a little
watched past season 2.
Kikyo definitely deserved better.
Or season 1. I'm ready to dive into the episode.
Okay, here we go. This is it.
Alright, everybody, that was part 1 of our Inuyasha Season 1 podcast. Tune in next week for our part 2 of the Inuyasha Season 1 series, where we talk about
a synopsis of the episodes.
Tune in or else. We've worked hard on this, so please. Look at Ceci. Ceci wants to see you next week. Yes, I do. I'd love to see you next week. I know that's not how he sounds, but he meant it. Okay? Bye.